Hi, let me give you two examples, option 1 and option 2. Just imagine that you want to buy something that costs rupees 100. In option 1, you have only 90 rupees. In option 2, you have 110. So can I ask you something? Where you feel that it's difficult to buy? Of course in option 1. Why? Because you don't have enough money. But just imagine option 2, you have more than enough money. Why? Because the product costs only rupees 100 and you have 110. So now decode this example in real life. Just imagine you are going to apply for a job and you are underqualified. Don't you think that it's really difficult for you to find a job? Now let me give another example. Just imagine tomorrow you have interview or you are looking for a job and you are overqualified. So of course you are going to feel energetic. Of course you are going to feel overwhelmed. Why? Because your mind is full of skills. So only not in India, around everywhere in the world, more than 70% people, they are underqualified. And I'm not saying this thing, you can just Google, and this is the report of Forbes. So the question is, what to do in order to improve your skills? So guys, everyone knows about Tony Robbins. What he says that in 21st century, skills are the currency. If I give the example of Anand Mahindra, he says that degrees can open the door, but if you really want to keep that doors open, you must have skills. So if you have earned degree, first of all, congratulations to you. But now this is the time where you have to master your skills. So the question is, what skills? So here I'm going to talk about that you come from finance background. Now you have dreamed to become finance leader. You have dreamed to lead the finance world, not only in India, but around the world, in 195 countries. If you want to lead finance profession, if you want to lead business, if you want to lead MNCs, if you want to lead Fortune 500 companies, you need to master 6 skills. I repeat, 6 skills. Now you can ask me the question, what are that 6 skills? So are you really excited to know what are that 6 skills? So skill 1, SAP, FICO. So what does it mean by that? Nowadays, even small companies, they are using SAP for accounting, for controlling. So if you master SAP, you are going to rock in your life. Now skill 2, that is called data analytics. Let me ask you one question that everyone thinks that raw data is everything, but no. If you have raw data, you can't do anything unless you make that raw data into insightful information. So how to make that insightful information or insightful data? Using a lot of tools, and that is called data analytics. So that is skill 2, and we are going to focus a lot on data analytics. Third one is, and most important, that is called presentation and communication. Let me tell you, everyone thinks that death is the first fear. But guys, whenever you get even for a second or a minute, you just do research on Google and you will find that death is the second fear. First fear is public speaking. When you have to present, that time what happens? We feel nervous. We feel stunned. Why? Because we think that no guys, I really don't know. Because in India or even abroad, traditional schools don't focus on presentation. Traditional schools or colleges don't focus on communication. They only teach you English and they think that being great at English means you can be great at communication or it can be great at speaking. But guys, it is the biggest stereotype in the world that you need to break. And trust me, if you really don't master your communication and presentation, it's really difficult for you to present. I'm only not talking about at school and college, everywhere in the world, right? So the question is how to master. So that is called skill 3. Now skill 4, where we are going to focus managerial and leadership continuums. So what does it mean by that? Because you know that leadership is a skill or trait. Some executive, they have mastered in a way that they are going to lead everything. For example, if you have a big dream, you are only not going to walk alone. And guys, you must know that people say that if you really want to go far away, you need to build team. And who can build team? Everyone. But you can only lead the team if you have leadership quality. So that is called leadership and managerial quality. If I talk about skill 5, that is called business modeling and data insights. Guys, everyone knows that doing business is very difficult. But let me tell you, just imagine if you're working for Google, if you're working for Microsoft, if you're working for Meta, you are also doing business. How? Look at, you are helping your company to generate business. Now your company is generating revenue doing business. So what you are doing, you're also helping with business. So that's why you also need to master business modeling, that how business works, what are the valuation, what are all the things that you need to understand. That is called business modeling. Skill 6, that is called grow and play with your own finance. Guys, when I was 15 or 16 years of age, that time I used to think that money is not very important. But now I can say that money is not everything, but without money, nothing is possible. Money affects almost everything. And if you really have one source of income, it will be very difficult for you to survive. It will be very difficult for you to accomplish a lot of things. That's why you need to understand that how your money can work for you. And guys, one of our founders, his name is Sunil Kumar. He's a chartered accountant by profession, and he was an ex-CFO of lot of MNC's company. And he believes that for youth or for all the people, nowadays, the biggest investment is not in stock, not in real estate, but on yourself. Means learning skills. If you invest in yourself, if you do a lot of courses, then that skill must have higher than ROI than stock or real estate. In addition to these 6 skills, you are also going to have a chance to interact with CFOs, CXOs and CXOs, where they are going to guide you how you can accomplish your life. Apart from that, guys, nowadays there's a very hot topic that is called stress management. Almost every third employee of MNCs, they are complaining that under stress. They have a lot of pressure, right? So we are also going to train you that how you can manage your stress, because managing stress is a powerful tool. If you manage your stress, you are going to carry a smile all the time. Just imagine if you don't have any smile on your face, don't you think that nobody is going to talk to you? That's why we have decided to include stress management. Apart from stress management, we are also going to focus on situationship case study. What does it mean? Means we are going to throw a lot of real life case studies where you are going to solve. And it's not end. We don't believe in undimensional or unilateral study. We believe in buddy learning. We believe in group discussion. So just imagine that there are 30 students a batch. So what we are going to do, we are going to divide all that 30 people into 4 or 5 groups, where in one group 4 or 5 people, they have chance to what? Interact. And guys, when you interact something, you brainstorm. When you do a lot of brainstorm, ideas come. You might have seen that when you sit with your parents, when you sit with your colleagues, when you sit with your friends, and when you do brainstorm, right, then you are going to get lot of ideas. And guys, nowadays what? Ideas. Plus, we are only not going to focus on ideas. We believe in execution. We are also going to focus in the session that how you can execute that idea into outcome. Because it's very difficult, it's very easy. It's a kind of piece of cake to have ideas on your mind, but it's very difficult to execute. Right, guys? Now, if I talk about that, what is called that course? So guys, the course called FLDP, Finance Leadership Development Program. And that course is developed by industry experienced faculties, industry experienced CFOs, industry experienced CXOs who have legacy of serving MNCs of 30-35 years. Plus, our material is world class. And most importantly, we are not going to focus on theoretical concept. We are going to focus on practical aspect. And trust me guys, this course is going to transform you and going to make you one of the best finance professionals, only not in India, but in the world. So now the question is how you can join. The process is very easy. There are only 3 steps. In step 1, where we are going to interview you and we are going to understand your problems, we are going to tell you that what are the skills you need to learn. Process 2, if you pass the process 1, the process 2 where you are going to receive a call regarding your admission, and the process 3, you have to enroll, and there you go. And guys, trust me, I repeat again, degrees can open the door, but if you really want to keep that doors open, master your skills. And trust me guys, after doing this course, you are going to say, thanks a lot for explaining the course. Thanks a lot for developing that course. Thank you so much guys. Bless you.